Alright, guys, I have sad news on this Sunday. There is grey clouds outside. I'm kidding, I don't mind. It's alright. It's been good weather for almost the entire week now, and I'm saying this because I'm from Norway, and that's not every single week that the weather is that good. So, anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is I've been looking into some programming, etc. because I find that a bit interesting to see whether I'm gonna invest a lot of time in learning that, because it is very time consuming. So I've just been looking into, is it worth actually learning to me, because programming, computers, technology, it is the future. It's what's going to stay. Computers are here to stay, and they'll get more advanced, and so I think programming is probably will almost be as important as English, which is one of the reasons that I am looking into learning it. And I think you should consider it too. Not necessarily become like the biggest programming geek, but look into to understand some of the basics of it. I think is a pretty good idea for most people to do, as it will only be more and more important, because you will, what was I going to say? There will probably be easier and easier to make apps, make programs, etc. But the more easy that gets, and the less of the hardcore raw programming that is, I guess, most used right now, the more easy it gets, the more accessible it gets, the fewer people are actually gonna know the core basics of programming, where you have a blank sheet of paper on the computer and you just write stuff and it translates into a program, application, whatever you want to call it. And I think the demand for that is gonna increase a lot. This is, of course, me guessing. I might be wrong, but it's very smart to take a look on what is to come, to see some trends that are now, and you can guess where they're going to go. Some people are better at looking at what the future might hold than others. Gary Vaynerchuk, he's very good at this. He predicted, I think, Facebook, Snapchat, and he predicted a lot of these trends that we see that are super popular today. He predicted those before they came, which is extremely profitable to do, but beneficial in other ways, not just in terms of money as well. So that was a bit of a digression, a huge digression. But what I was looking at is this course which is called Ethical Hacking by Udemy, and I looked at some introduction thing, and he mentioned how big corporations, for instance car manufacturers, they hire burglars to see if they can break into their cars and break into their storages and all that, and pay them to try and break in. Because you could say that burglary, picking locks, hacking, useless skills, because they can only be used for bad stuff. They're bad skills. It's like being good at killing, but they can be beneficial in a good way, because if you know how to do it well, you can help people to protect themselves from it. If you are good at hacking, you can help people protect themselves from hacking. So you can actually use skill sets. If, let's say, you have an interest in hacking, picklocking, burglary, if you have an interest in these things, which is generally not good and can get you in prison, there are good ways to use these skills. So never think that something you love doing, or something you're interested in, never think it's a waste, that it's silly, because everything can be used for good. And that's my message today. Everything can be used for good. So remember, I know it's Sunday, I know you guys are probably tired. I've had a really long week, but take one step towards your goal today. And with that, I wish you all a happy Sunday.